Hi there, I'm Laura, and along with my partner T-Bo and a team of inquisitive teens, we produce this series that answers the questions about what teenagers are really all about. Well, they actually produce it, and edit it, and write it, and host it. They do it all. It's pretty amazing. So given the resources, the guidance, and the reins, let's see what they come up with. You in? Hey everybody, on today's episode, Haley talks to Sean Fay Wolfe about his Minecraft book called Quest for Justice. A couple of the old timers go to Wachusett Mountain, and our favorite Simon's cat wraps up the episode at the end, so stay tuned.
Hi guys, it's Haley, and you're watching Teenage Critic. And today I'm in Barnes & Nobles in Warwick at a book signing, and I'm speaking to
Sean Fay Wolfe.
He's the creator of a book that's based on Minecraft, the video game. So, can you tell us a little bit about your book and what it is?
Right. My book is called Quest for Justice. It is book one of a series called The Elementia Chronicles. And basically, it is the story of a new player who joins Minecraft. He's never played the game before.
He loves the action of building with the infinite blocks that make up the world around him. He finds it exhilarating to battle the monsters of the night alongside his newfound friends, Charlie and Kat, on the Minecraft server Elementia. Before long, however, the three discover that there is prejudice against new players on the server, and they witness many hate crimes against new players such as themselves. Before long, a sharp twist of fate puts Stan, Kat, and Charlie in direct opposition to the government of Elementia's capital city and its tyrannical king. The trio find themselves unwittingly thrust into a deadly race against the natural perils of Minecraft, the king's forces, and the mysterious and dangerous griefer, Mr. A. If Stan and his friends are to survive in their perilous quest, they will need to dig deep within their minds and within themselves to discover the courage, strength, and power that they never knew they had as they play the game through from the beginning to the end.
And why did you want to create this book?
Well, essentially, I've been playing Minecraft since its release back in late 2011. I love it. I think it's probably my personal favorite video game, and I think that I just saw a lot of potential for a story set in that game because it was so open-ended, and the Elementia Chronicles is the story that I did come up with based on those ideas that I had.
And this is a series, correct?
Yes, this is a series. Quest for Justice is book one of the Elementia Chronicles. It is the first of a trilogy. There will be two more to follow.
So how many books do you think you've sold today?
How many books do I think I sold today? Probably between 15 and 20, if I had to estimate.
And do you like other video games as well?
Oh, I do love other video games, all kinds. I like a lot of Nintendo games and a lot of old retro type games. I like all types of games. I think that video games are a really great form of art.
And I know you've computer programmed some video games?
Yes, I do like computer programming, and I have programmed various video games on a Flash website called Scratch.
Which games have you computer programmed?
I've programmed a lot of games on the Scratch website under the name Diamond X Studios. That's the name I came up with. That's pretty much the brand name for my game. And I've come up with games from all different genres. A lot of them are fan games that are based off existing content, and some of them are original. Some fan games I made include pretty much a Flash recreation of Fruit Ninja and Super Mario Brothers. And some original ones I've came up with include a game called Ninth Force, which is an action game, and a game called From the Ground Up, which is sort of I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but if you'd like to see it, then it is on the Scratch website under the name Diamond X Studios.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process of writing a book?
The process, well, first, I started with just an idea. The idea I got from playing on Minecraft servers. I saw people interacting with each other, and I saw that, people in the game would have problems with each other. They would steal each other's stuff, they would kill each other just for fun, well, which, in Minecraft is an inconvenience, but I thought that made, pretty interesting dynamics between, the players of the game, and I thought that would be a really interesting place to implement a sort of story. And so what I did was I thought of, just came up with some characters that would be interesting players of Minecraft. I thought of the biggest conflict I thought to myself, what is the biggest conflict that could possibly be present on one of these Minecraft servers? And it occurred to me that it was the depletion of resources, running out of things that you need in order to build, which is the point of Minecraft. And so through that, with that main conflict in mind, the depletion of resources, I came up with the idea where the resources are starting to run out, and the older players who make up the minority of the server are trying to hoard them all to themselves. And the newer players, starting with the main character whose name is Stan, he's the one who decides he's had enough of it, and he is the one who embarks on this, journey to try and set everything right again.
And currently, are you creating any more books?
Yes, right now I have finished the manuscript of book 2 of the series, which is called The Noctum Ascension. That's still in the editing phases. I'm hoping to get that out within the next couple of weeks by, early December 2014. And after that, my next book is going to be the final book of the trilogy, which is called Herobrine's Message. And then once that's done, I may do some more things related to Minecraft, possibly not. I'll see where that goes. But I do have a lot of ideas, and a lot of them aren't related to Minecraft or video games at all, for that matter. I do have a lot of interesting ideas of stuff I'd like to write about, that are based on original ideas.
So other than writing and computer programming, do you have any other interests?
Yes, I do. I enjoy playing the viola. I've been in the Boy Scouts for a number of years now. I'm actually an Eagle Scout, and let's see what else. I do like to work out. I go to CrossFit, and yeah, I like doing a lot of things. Most of my time, though, has been taken up by, the book and marketing it and writing the other ones in the past year. That's been, what most of my time has gone to.
So how old are you?
I am 17 years old. I turned 17 in May. I was 16 when I published the book.
And what grade does that make you in?
I'm a senior in high school.
So how did you go about getting a publisher for your book?
I actually self-published the book, and how I did that was there is an online company called CreateSpace. They're owned by Amazon, and basically what they do is you send in a draft of your book in a PDF form, as well as art for a cover and a small down payment for an ISBN number. And when you give them that, they'll produce your book for you. There's no other down payments, there's nothing else. And they will, make it a professional level quality for you, and then it will be available for sale on all of Amazon's distribution channels, such as it'll be available on all of the ebook markets. It will be available to purchase in paperback, and that's the company I used to initially get the book published. The downsides to that is I had to do all the editing by myself with the help of my family, and also I had to advertise the book myself. Yes, and since the book has been published, it is still being produced by CreateSpace as of right now, and various others, bookstores and sites have picked up my book and are starting to sell it. Like local bookstores and Barnes & Noble as well has been helping with that, and a bunch of other ones too.
And I know you speak at schools. Can you tell us a little bit about what you speak about?
Yes, I do speak at schools. I usually talk between the 3rd grade and the 6th grade. That's what I typically go to. Occasionally I will do talks up to 8th graders. And I actually have a talk at a high school coming up. And what I do is, it's just a presentation where I talk about how I went about writing my book, and I relate that to the structure of a story and how you go about coming up with the structure of a story and the relevance it all has. to the structure of the story. And then after I talk about that, I tell about how I went about, after it was done, how I went about publishing it, a little bit on that. I give some advice to kids for if they would like to write their own stories, since I do believe that, with today's modern technology, publishing is becoming more and more accessible, and I believe that more kids should be inspired to write, given that it's so easy to get their ideas out there now. And then I usually end up with showing a trailer that I made for my book, and then when that's done, I just take any questions, and that's typically the format of my presentations in schools.
And do you have a fee on these presentations?
No, I don't charge anything for the presentations. I love doing them. I love, talking to kids and getting the word out there of, not only of my book, but of the trying to promote, writing among young people in general. I don't provide any fees at all. Typically, I ask that the schools, would allow me to sell the book to any kids who would like to be there. But if they can't do that or they don't want to do that, then that's still perfectly okay with me.
So if anyone wanted to know a little bit more about your background, do you have a website?
I do have a website. You can find more about me and my book at www.sfaywolfe.com. That has links to the trailer of my book, bio of the book, a bunch of information about me, information about my schedule, and pretty much anything else that you could need to know about me. In addition to when we do set an official release date for book 2, that will be posted on my website as well. And if you'd like to contact me, my email address that I use for book-related things is minecraftnovelist@gmail.com. So if you would like to contact me, that is how you do it. And again, any information, www.sfaywolfe.com.
And if anyone wanted to purchase this book, how much does it cost?
The book price, typically we set it around $15. That is typically the price that it is sold for.
So are you looking into this as a career?
Yes, I would love to do this as a full-time career. That is the dream, to be able to write full-time and have that be a complete, a full-time job. The book is starting to gain a little steam, but I still don't want to bank on that entirely. And so I also, as we talked about before, I do really enjoy computer programming. And so what my plan right now is to go to the University of Rhode Island and study both writing and computer programming. And so that's what I'd like to do. I would like to write and try and, get the books to the point where I can be an author full-time. And until that becomes a reality, I would like to do jobs in computer programming, the other thing that I really love.
So is there any advice you want to give to people who are looking to write a book?
Yes, I think that the advice I'd like to give is that as I said, with today's modern technology, it's so easy to get your idea out there, to get it out to people. It's the world is changing, and while major publishing companies still are a great way to go, and if you're lucky enough to get accepted by a publishing company, then that's fantastic. But I think that with self-publishing and the rise of it, that is definitely becoming more and more accessible to people in general, young people and older people alike.
So thanks for talking to us.
Oh, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
And everyone, stay in tune for what's coming up next. See ya.
Yes, you heard me, Minecraft books. And to be honest, I'm basically addicted to Minecraft. I love it so much, and that's why I really wanted to do this channel.
Hello, and today I'm going to be reviewing this brilliant book. It is written by a boy called Sean Fay Wolfe. He's 16, and this is the first book in the series. The book is called Minecraft, A Quest for Justice, and it's book 1 of the Elementia Chronicles, and I would recommend you reading it. It's a really brilliant book. It's the best book that I've ever read. I would give it 5 stars.
I like this book because it has loads of adventure and action. I really really think you should read it. You can find this book on Amazon for $12.45, November 30th, 2014. Watch out for the next book, The Noctome Exception. This has been Matthias' book review, and I'll see you all later. Bye!
Up next, as promised, Jamie and Grace go to our own Wachusett Mountain and get a snowboard lesson and do a little snowboarding. Check it out.
Hey everyone, welcome to Teenage Critic. I'm Jamie and I'm here with Grace and David, and we're at Wachusett Mountain in Massachusetts. So we've all been, or Grace and I have been snowboarding before, so we all have different levels of experience.
I've been snowboarding since the 3rd grade, since I was 9, and I used to take private lessons. Then I did group lessons like they offer here, and I went up to Vermont and snowboarded at Stowe almost every winter up until I started to teach Jamie, which was in the 7th grade, and she picked it up really quick, and we've been doing it together ever since.
Yeah, so as Grace said, she taught me how to snowboard in 7th grade. I've actually never been skiing, but in the 7th grade she took me to Yagu, which is the tiny little local ski place that is right in Rhode Island, which is obviously tiny because we are a small state and we have small mountains, although it's more of a hill. So we also have David.
Now, with the increase in physical height comes the decrease in skill. I, on the other hand, have never been skiing or snowboarding, so all I can hope is that I'll make it down the slopes in one piece.
Hi, so I'm here with...
JJ.
And how long have you been working at Wachusett?
This is my 4th season working here.
Nice. So what do you do here exactly?
I'm a snowboard instructor, so I basically just teach snowboarding.
So what age range do you typically spend most time with?
Typically school groups, which is basically mostly 6th grade through anything through high school. We get a lot of little kids and normal lineups, but mostly teenagers is what I teach.
Yeah. So how do you start off when you're trying to teach someone snowboarding?
Well, when you start off, you got to make sure you're enthusiastic, happy, make sure they feel comfortable. I mean, basically a first lesson is just really getting them to turn and stop, just getting them comfortable with the board. But, I mean, you just got to really keep them happy, keep them having fun. It's not really too much it is about learning, but if they're not having fun, they're clearly not going to learn.
Right. So do you also teach ski?
No, I do know how to ski, but I don't teach it.
Okay. So what would you say is the hardest part of teaching snowboarding?
Probably the hardest part is getting big groups, like if you have a group of 12, like little kids. Yeah. Kind of just trying to keep them all set up in a line so you're not blocking everybody, keeping them happy, keeping them like moving around, not getting bored. That's probably about the hardest.
And is there anything in particular, like something like a move or whatever that is really difficult to teach people?
Not really, I don't think.
No?
Mostly just a lot of people tend to have their weight like way in the back foot instead of the front foot riding. That's what we mostly see because they're mostly scared to go down the mountain, so they go way back foot, the front of the board comes up. That's probably one of the most.
So you like your job?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
I love it, yep.
And are you going to continue working here?
For now, yes, but I'm thinking about probably going out west, so we'll see.
All right, nice. So thank you for talking to us. Hi, I'm here with...
Josh.
Matt. All right. So, is this your first time at Wachusett?
This season, yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
And have you been in previous years?
Yes. This is actually my first time ever. So
really?
It's an adventure.
Nice. So you guys are snowboarders, I can see. So how long have you been boarding?
About 10 years.
About 3.
Yeah. And how did you end up picking Wachusett?
It's only about an hour from home, and we heard the conditions were really good, so we headed out.
It's an easy place to get to, and I've heard so many things from people that have been boarding forever, so it's like an easy, accessible, fun mountain. So.
Having a good day then?
Yeah, it's been an excellent day.
Yeah. Conditions are pretty nice today.
Oh, I've been shredding it. There's some powder up there on one of those runs.
Yeah.
Lots of good powder.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right.
And we can't wait for our waffle, that's right.
Yeah, there you go. You can go to the Waffle Cabin if you're here at Wachusett, obviously, and they have some good food here, from what I hear. All right, so thank you for talking to us.
Anytime.
Hi guys. So what are your names?
I'm Johnny.
I'm William.
And this is your first time at Wachusett?
No, I've been here multiple times before.
No, this is the only place I ski.
Really? So how do your parents take you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're inside right now. So.
Do you ski or snowboard?
I ski. And and he skis too.
Yeah? Having a good day?
Yeah. It's good today.
Do you like Wachusett?
Yeah. I'd say so. Well, they have like a lot of trails, and the Black Diamonds aren't like super hard. They're like easy enough to go down, but they're not like incredibly hard. So.
Are you good?
I'm pretty good. I'm not like super fast, but.
How long have you been skiing?
I've been skiing since I was 6 or 7, and I don't know about him.
Nice. How long have you been skiing?
Longer than I can remember.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us. Have a good day. Hi. So I'm here with
Jenna,
Christine,
and John.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. How's Wachusett?
Good.
Yeah.
It is.
What do you guys do? Do you ski or snowboard?
Snowboard.
Snowboard.
Nice. I do too. So, what do you like about Wachusett?
I don't know. What do you like?
The snow is very good. I think it is. And
Yeah. The variety.
Night skiing.
Yeah. How late do they stay open for night skiing?
9 o'clock, I think.
9 or 10.
9 or 10, maybe. I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys like doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So, is this your favorite place to be?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to us. Bye.
Hi, welcome back to Teenage Critic. We've come halfway down this trail at Wachusett Mountain to talk with Tyler. So what is it exactly that you do here?
We maintain all the jumps and the rails here. You know, we just got to make sure they're all safe, you know, so no one gets hurt. You know, we do have metal features here, so they are kind of harming. But we do make sure they're all safe. You know, we rake around the jumps, make sure they're all salted and pretty sturdy. They're all painted so you can see the training lines and all that. Just pretty much safety and make sure they're all raked and groomed.
A few years ago, Jamie and I went here and we decided to do the terrain park and we had to watch a video.
Yep.
Why do you show that?
We show that just for safety reasons, you know, give the general public educated about the terrain park and how dangerous it can be. Just a couple rules and like safety tips about that, you know, where to stop, where to don't stop, you know, how to ride the park and how to judge things.
Do you have any tips for David who has just started snowboarding today, like about being safe while going down this trail?
You know, it's all practice. That's all you can really do. You know, first time snowboarding, it's going to take a couple days, but once you get to the park, you know, just start small. Don't push yourself too much. You know, just don't go to the big jumps right away because that's how people get hurt real fast. But work small, work your way up.
What is your title here?
My title's the Terrain Park Manager. I design and run the park this year.
Have you added anything new this year?
This year we have a couple new rails. We have a larger rainbow rail this year that we brought back previously. We brought back a couple of the old rails that we had out of commission last year. So I fixed those up over the summertime to bring them back. Then we did purchase a few new rails over the summer.
What are the most popular jumps and rails?
The most popular rail I would have to say is a big dance floor. It's a giant 4x12 pad that you can slide on. It's our most popular because it's big, it's easy for everyone to ride on.
All right, thank you so much for talking with us.
Hey, no problem, anytime. Have fun, guys.
We had a really good time here today at Wachusett.
Yeah, honestly, it was really great. I wish that we could have stayed longer. We only got a few hours of actual boarding in, but it was still really great. The conditions here are fantastic right now. It's cold, but it's sunny, and there's some really nice powder as when you get farther up on the mountain. So we had a really good time, and this is a great local thing you can do. It's only about an hour and a half out of Providence, so You definitely want to come check this out.
David finally went down without falling too. We saw it with our own eyes. It was really great. It's not that hard to learn, so take lessons with someone at the ski school. That's like, he got a lot of progress out of half an hour.
So no matter what level you're at, whether this is your first time or you've been doing this for years like us, you definitely want to come check out Wachusett. We had a great time.
Right.